From WCPO-9 on your side, it's a new day.
Let's continue our show. Now here's Jennifer Moore.
It's a proven fact that music education helps students in other areas such as math and science, but with more programs being cut and parents simply not having the extra funds for music education, playing an instrument can be difficult. That's where the NKU String Project comes along, a program at Northern Kentucky University offering affordable music education to kids. Here to tell us more about it is the director, Dr. Amy Gillingham, and teaching assistant, Betsy Williams. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thanks so much for having us.
So break down what the program is about.
Basically, the NKU String Project, or String Project in general, is this win-win collective between the community and the university, where we offer incredibly affordable instruction to community children and adults, while at the same time the college undergraduate students get opportunities to teach before they graduate. So by the time an undergraduate music major at NKU graduates, if they're in the String Project, they might have 4 years experience teaching versus places where you just get 1 semester to student teach.
That's awesome. And so what age group of kids are involved with this?
Our beginning class is really ages 8 to 10, but we have a level 2 and a level 3 class that goes up to about age 15, 16, and we have an adult program for 18 plus.
That's awesome. Now, how long has this program been around?
This is our 2nd year. Next year will be year 3 for us.
Wow, that's great. And how do you like being a part of this project?
I love being a part of the project. It's amazing to have hands-on teaching experience before I even student teach. I think the moment when you stand in front of a class for the first time is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And with the String Project, I've gotten that hands-on experience long before I student teach, so it's really helpful.
That's awesome. How long have you been a part of it?
I've been with it from the beginning.
Oh, wow.
So this is the end of my 2nd year as a teaching assistant.
Now, what's some of the interesting things you find with the kids when they come and they first get their hands on those instruments and want to learn and are so eager?
They are really excited. They're very enthusiastic. And sometimes, it's just teaching them to hold the instrument and make those first notes. It's a lot of fun to see their faces when they get to make sound on their instrument.
That's awesome. Now, how do you find the instruments? Do the kids pay for the instruments? Like, what are the prices for students who are involved?
Great question. We have them rent the instruments specifically through a string rental company. For a violin, it costs about $13 a month to rent an instrument. And we have some free instruments available. We never want to have a child not sign up because they can't afford an instrument. So we always make sure that they get an instrument somehow.
Now, this is such an important project because, we always hear how important music is, but for whatever reason, it's the first thing to be cut, or, if you don't have the means, you can't be a part of it. What made you guys start this?
Well, in Northern Kentucky especially, we know that music programs are being cut everywhere, but in Northern Kentucky, there are only 2 school districts that have string education in the schools.
Wow.
So in our string project, in comparison to other string projects across the nation, most string projects have students that are in their school program and in the string project. In our program, 98% of our students don't have the strings music program in their school. So we're the only music education for them.
And being that you guys love this craft, you went to school for it, how does that make you feel to hear something like that? It's sad to me,
Yeah, if I imagine going back to my youth and not having had the opportunity to study my instrument, I can't imagine where my life would be. So I think for some of these students, it's life-changing to have that creative outlet, whether or not they go on to become professional musicians or not. I think it's such an important experience growing up as a child.
Definitely. Now, where do you hope to see the program go in the future?
We hope to expand. We really want to make sure that we're covering every age demographic for people that want to play a string instrument. We also want to get it out into the community because we're really about community education as well and exposing people that might not be exposed to music to our students and to strings.
Now, Betsy, when you think about this program, what do you think people fail to realize when it comes to string instruments and, instruments in general?
What they fail to do?
Yeah, because, you would think more people would be out in the forefront trying to get it going.
I think they might not realize how much time it actually takes to learn an instrument. That if your child is playing a string instrument, especially, they're not going to sound like hyphens on day 1.
It's worth the time, right? Because it's fun.
Right, and I think the other thing they don't realize is what an incredible impact playing music has on the musicians themselves and on the people around them. Once you kind of get past that first stage of of learning how to make sound. Just the beauty that you can share with the people around you is incredible.
That's pretty awesome. Now, how can parents find more information to get involved and get their students involved?
Absolutely. Go to stringproject.nku.edu. You can find out about the program. Registration is open for the fall. It's very popular, so register early. If you're interested in getting involved, we're always looking for funding as well. We only charge $110 per student. That's about $2 a class. So we're always looking for external funding sources as well.
And what's that website one more time?
stringproject.nku.edu.
Okay. And any last words that you think people need to know?
I think if you're on the fence about joining, I would say go for it. Especially with adults, they think I'm not musically talented, or they think their child isn't musically talented. We'll help you figure that out. We haven't had somebody come in that is really tone deaf or anything. So you could be that first person, but maybe take the step.
Yeah, there's hope.
Yes, there's hope. We will help you.
And if anyone wanted to volunteer services, could they?
Absolutely. Please
Okay.
contact me. You can find my contact information at stringproject.nku.edu. We'd love to have you.
Of course, go online if you want to learn more about the NKU Strings Project. But stay with us. We have more of A New Day just ahead.